Hey everyone, how's it going? It's Mr. Crawford, and I'm going to walk you through how to do some things for class today, just to get you started on our social studies adventures. I'm going to turn my video off now, just because you probably don't want to stare at my handsome face for too long, right? No. Okay, anyway, we're going to start with our PowerPoint and just show you what's going on and get you signed up for some cool stuff. All right, let's do this. 1 second, stop video. So I'm going to share my screen over here and we'll just talk about what we are learning today. So in lesson 1, we're going to be talking about communities of the past and present at EI McCully in grade 6. So again, we're comparing communities of past and present. That's what the goal is for today's class. So let's have a look. So the learning goals are, we're learning how to explain ways a community changes over time. So think about how just your neighborhood might have changed since you've moved in. If you've lived there for a few years now, you could probably think of some minor ways that your neighborhood has changed. And of course, there's more than just the new stores that have come into your neighborhood. There's also new people have come into your neighborhood potentially. Maybe there's a new building complex that's happening and there's a lot of senior citizens have moved into your area, or there's a lot of new families moving into your area as well. And maybe you've made some new friends because of that, okay? There's also the economy. How has the economy changed in a community over time? And you can see that through the buildings in a community and how the buildings reflect the type of economy or what industry is thriving and doing well. Okay, and then we also have like the development, whether a city grows or changes, or maybe it doesn't. Maybe it shrinks and factories board up and shut down because industry moves elsewhere. So those are kind of things to think about when we are learning in today's lesson. So we're going to be looking at the question, the framing question for today's lesson is, why do people move from one community to another? I bet you could answer that question right now if you could think about it. Why do people move from one community to another? Okay, so obviously there's the big reason might be money because of a job. Maybe perhaps someone moves from one area to another because they're looking for new employment. And another kind of bigger question is, what causes people to emigrate or immigrate? So emigrate means to come into a new country, and immigrate means to move from their original country. So this is moving, talking about moving, and we know that because the word migrate, which means to move, just like birds do, is in this word here. So emigrate and immigrate. Okay. So moving on, what you will do today, this is what we're going to do. We're going to have you sign up for this really cool website. It's called Schoology, and we're going to have you do that today in this tutorial, as well as you're going to actually do your first post on Schoology. You will look at a picture and post your ideas on Schoology. We'll talk you through that a little bit later. So these are the two things that you need to do. Don't stress right now. I'm going to walk you through step by step each one, what you need to have to be successful for this assignment. So we have, what is Schoology? Okay, I guess the first thing we need to do is talk about what Schoology is. I'm just going to quickly share my screen onto my other page, which shows Schoology here. 1 second. So I'm going to go stop share and new share, and we're going to see what does Schoology actually look like. So I'm going to go over here to desktop 1, share screen, control new window. So we have, okay, you can see Schoology is right here. And what Schoology is it's an LMS, okay? LMS means like learning management system. So think of it as like kind of Facebook for learning, all right? And although it's used a lot differently than social media, it does have a lot of similar functions to social media. So if you have used Facebook or any of the social media apps before, Schoology won't be that hard for you to figure out. I'll show you what the student account looks like. Let me just log into my students here so you can see. Okay, so we just log in to this one here and you go to courses, and these are where all your classes are. So this is our class. It's called EIM Taylor, grade 6 social studies section 1, and that's you. And here is our first assignment. And our assignment is a discussion. And we know that it's a discussion because it's got this little bubble here. Okay. And basically, this is our assignment. We're going to get into that a little bit later. Let's go back to the step-by-step of how to sign up for Schoology, because that's what we're doing first. Okay, so I'm going to go back to our PowerPoint here. And again, feel free to pause the video at any time and work at your own pace. So you can pause the video and you can use the steps to do this at your own pace, all right? So Schoology is a learning management system, and what you can do with Schoology is you can connect with your teacher, you can connect to other classmates, you can connect to other information sources, and you can also share your thinking and hand in assignments. And that's what's really important, is that we can look at those assignments later and we can help you with those, okay? So next slide. So what will you learn today? What will you earn? Sorry, earn today. So posting an academic comment and replying to your classmates is an important skill for today's workplace. So we need to learn how to use social media as a tool to communicate and collaborate with teams. So, and there's ways that we just need to tweak how we're using social media and the internet to help us do a job. And we're going to talk about just one small skill today, which is posting an academic comment. That's what you're going to do. Academic means school comment, all right? So that's our first skill that we're working on. Okay, so let's get you signed up. The first step is, step 1, go to Schoology.com. So I'm going to walk you through this and we're going to do this together. So this is what the Schoology landing page looks like. And you're going to look at the top and scroll over to sign up. So there's sign up. Okay, once you go from sign up, you're going to go down to student. Okay, and I'm already signed in as a student. But what you're going to do is you're going to get a page that's going to look similar to this over here. Let me just show you. It looks like this here. Okay, it looks like this. It says sign up for Schoology. And our class code is CM56P 39NT9. So you're going to have to enter that code first, and then it's going to prompt you to enter your first name. So you enter your first name, full name, please, the name that you use for your school records, okay, and your last name. No nicknames, no codes, no handles, just your first name and last name, because Mr. Crawford needs to look it up with your attendance and make sure that I can help you with your assignments that way. So an email, don't worry about email. You could just enter a username. Again, keep it appropriate. Something with your first name would be nice, and a number, nothing too major. And then choose a password, and then confirm your password, and then write that password down, because you're going to need that password later. And if next week you forget your password, we're going to have to start this process all over again. So it's a good idea you write your password down. That way you won't have these issues. Then make sure that you fill in your month of your birthday as well as the day and the year, and then click register, and you should be good to go. After you press register, you're going to show up in the Schoology, all right? So don't worry about that. You can go slow. Right now would be a good time to pause the video and try to sign up for yourself, okay? Okay, so now we've signed up for Schoology, we can actually begin, all right? So let's go over to our picture here, all right? So I'm just gonna have you look at the next image, present this full screen. Remember, it's important that we look at all the details of the image, because we're going to try to make inferences or guesses on what this picture is actually about. What story is this picture telling us? Okay, so the guiding questions that I gave you on Schoology is, where do you think this is? How do you know it's where you think it is? What clues in the picture tell you where you think it is? What do you think is happening? What is the actual main action of the picture? What's the focal point? What are people doing in the picture, and why is this significant? Why is it important? Is this real? Is it a real event? Why do you think it's real or why not? Tell me why. Look at it critically. Remember when we looked at the shark in the hurricane photo from the news? We still need to look at pictures critically. There's still information sources that we need to think about and say, is it real or is it fake? And why do you think it's real or fake? Okay, another thing we need to think about is how, since I'm pretty sure you know where this place is, how have things changed today? What is different about this place today that is not like what are some things that are there today that aren't here in this painting? Okay, and then you need to ask one question. Maybe there's a question that you have about this picture that you can ask your classmates, and maybe they can have a good guess about what is going on. Okay, so now that we've looked at the picture a little bit, I'm going to show you in Schoology where this is actually posted, just so you know that you don't have to memorize what I'm showing you here. Okay, so in Schoology, this is what the dialogue or the conversation discussion, sorry, the discussion assignment looks like. You have to compare and contrast communities of the past with communities of the present. That's our goal today. Okay, and we need to post one comment that discusses the following questions. I'd like you to do it in one comment because it's easier for me to see and easier for me to help you with. All right. So, where do you think this is? How do you know? So, that's the first thing you need to answer. So, you can start in the comment box here typing, I think this picture is set in, and then tell me what place it is. I know this because, okay, and then tell me what are the clues in the painting. And you can always go back and refer to the painting by looking at the discussion box here, okay? Then, what do you think is happening? So I would say, I think that there, and try to keep it serious and using clues from the painting that tells you what is happening, okay? So you can obviously make a guess, and it's okay to make a guess that's not right. Don't worry about that because we're going to look at some of your ideas and we're going to have a discussion with this, okay? So is it real? Why or why not? I think this is real or fake. Why? Because, okay? So again, I'm going through the questions one by one and just answering them. Honestly, not worrying about making a mistake, okay? How have things changed? Things have changed because when I go to Niagara Falls today, oh, I told you the place. Okay, anyway, it's a hint. I go to Niagara Falls today. I notice a lot or blah, blah, blah. Okay, what do you notice about it today that it isn't in the picture? Okay, there are some obvious changes from that picture than today that you can compare and contrast. Then you need to ask one question, okay? And remember, we're asking a why, a when, a where, a how question that gets our other classmates thinking, okay? It gets them to try and comment and discuss and talk to you. You don't want to ask them an easy yes or no question. You want to ask them to think deeper, okay, and challenge them. That's what we do. We're Jaguars. We challenge each other, right? So we want to try to challenge each other using our thoughts and using our words. After you do that, I would just double check that it's spelled correctly. You can copy by doing Command C or Control C, or you can do a right click copy and then paste it in your OneNote and then do a spell check before. Why do we do a spell check? We do a spell check because it's public and it's your reputation as a student. and you want to post the best. You want to try your best, okay? After we're done that, we want to make sure we press the post button, and then we're going to come back and we're going to actually reply to our friends, and we're going to have a discussion. And the discussion could be a little bit more relaxed, so don't worry about that part. You can come back and you can talk to your friends and say, like, praise them, say, oh, this is great, I really agree with you here. Or if you disagree, you can say, I disagree with you. Tell them why you disagree with them, though. Okay. All right, so let's go back to what makes an academic post or an academic comment successful. Okay, so let's look at some of the tips for academic posts. So the tips for academic posts is, first and foremost, always be courteous and kind. Okay, we're Jaguars. We criticize ideas. We don't criticize people. Okay, there's no name calling. There's no insulting. There's no inside jokes. It's all about the ideas that matter. We're working as a team to try and build a collective knowledge together. That's what we're doing. We're not talking about social things. We're keeping on topic and we're following the assignment. Okay. So, and again, that again goes with being courteous and kind. So even if you disagree with somebody, there are nice ways to disagree with people. All right. It's not a debate. It's just talking to your classmates and convincing them of your ideas. All right. Number two, try your best. Give details. Explain exactly what you mean. All right. Don't actually just write a one-word answer. Use details to elaborate. All right. Use clues from the picture or the reading or whatever you're posting about to support your answer. Okay. Number three, double check your spelling before you post. It's public. Things you post on the public are forever. You put them on the internet, it's forever. You need to double check your spelling before you actually post. Okay. And then number four is reply to your classmates by building on what they said. When you reply to a classmate's comment, you don't interject with a new topic. You paraphrase what they just said and you say, I disagree or I agree because, so that it shows them you actually read. Okay, you can even copy a little tiny bit of their post. That's okay, as long as that you paraphrase. You just say, I like how you said that this picture was fake because I disagree, though. I think that this is okay. So something like that, so that your classmate can actually see that you read their post. All right. So that's everything for today, guys. Awesome job. I'm going to leave you with my friend, the kitty here. Just let me find the kitty. If you watched it this far, then you've done pretty much most of the work and you are good to go. Just gonna stop share here. Give me a second. Back to me. Back to me. Ah, sorry. I don't know what's going on. My share screen thing just went on me. Anyway, there we go. That's Schoology in a nutshell. I think it's because I'm full screen. There we go. Okay, stop share. So I stopped share, and let's go back to the kitty so that you guys can see this, because this kitty is so cute. You guys want to see? Here we go. Here's the cat. Bye. Good job.